What sets Ninja apart from other sports is that it's an individual sport. When you're running the course, it's just you versus the course. But it's also a team sport. When someone's individually running the course, they have a whole team of other athletes and coaches behind them, helping them out, cheering them on.
It's great to say that there's no weak link. It's my dream job, and to be at your dream job with the right people is unbelievable.
It's being a part of a community, and also finding your own strengths and developing them and going forward with them, and also just encouraging each other and supporting each other and helping people push past their own limits too.
It means being like a role model, a leader in the community here. This is a very different community and activity or sport. So yeah, it's just pushing myself, always constantly learning.
It's representing something that has changed my life. So when I go to a competition and I'm wearing, my Fitset wear, I'm literally representing my family.
We're a community here, we're a family. Everybody's here to support each other. And that's what brings me back here every day. It's more than just a job, it's more than a hobby. It's really a part of who I am.
Good morning, everybody. Fitset Ninja Warrior UNAA qualifiers.
I'll say I would have never imagined in a million years that I'd be running a Ninja Warrior training facility.
2 minutes, they can go up or down. And it's going down.
I didn't realize that so many families were watching the TV show at home as a family. It's like a family pastime.
I'd seen the show, I watched Beastmaster, Wipeout, all those ones, and just was in love with it.
I started watching American Ninja Warrior back season 1. My youngest daughter watched it with me, and so did my middle daughter, and she told me that I should go do it. And I went to look at her and tell her no, like I'm too old. And then I realized I was giving her kind of like an excuse to not try at things in her life. So I was like, maybe I could.
There!
We seen the show come on, and we're like, let's go to a park. We can do this, we're strong. Could we do it? Not a bit. I was like 19, skinny, like 125 pounds, but I couldn't do one monkey bar. So within a month, I changed everything, slowly stopped partying, tried to make new friends, active friends, everything. And when you complete an obstacle like anything in here, it just, hits home.
This really started as a temporary pop-up at the Kingsway Mall space. When people were coming in, like you could just see it in their eyes how excited they were to be able to try out the salmon ladder or the warped wall. By about month 4, we knew that we were onto something. We found this space. Everyone else was like, no, there's no way that you guys can set up in this space. It was just like nasty. It's just like an empty space, dirty floor, and we just had to make it happen.
I knew that I had to be a part of this. I knew it was going to be huge. I wanted to be part of the team that grew in Canada and brought Ninja as a sport to people that wanted to try it.
My friend Kim Ron is married to Jamie Ron, and so Captain NBC, they came to visit and to do a whole competition and workshop here. And that was my first, and it went terrible. It was fun, but I got inside a tire to roll it, stepped on my ponytail the whole time. I lost both shoes on the wall. It was comical.
On a whim, one of my friends from work told me about a Groupon for a ninja gym. And I ended up signing up for a 6-week Groupon. I met Suzanne. That was one of the first ninjas that I met. And I was horrible. I didn't know what I was doing. The warped wall, I completely slid down it face first. I couldn't do a dead hang for 20 seconds.
At the mall, we had a small following of athletes who progressed from no fitness whatsoever up to becoming ninja warriors. And so moving over here into the permanent location, we knew that this was something we wanted to develop and grow as well. So we sat down and decided we were going to start a competitive ninja team.
Even just the first couple of classes that I went to, the people that I met were really supportive. Halfway through, I wasn't really sure. I was questioning whether I should be there. I didn't feel like I fit in myself personally. But everybody just said, you know, stick it out to the end to see how much further you can go. And I started coming 2 or 3 times a week. And it was one of the best things I've ever done for myself.
From day one, it felt like a family. So the first day, I met some of the team that hadn't been at the Jamie Ron competition, and then I got to meet the rest of the staff, and everybody was tight from the get-go. Like, the coaches were ready from day one to just get us to kick butt. Became a family quickly.
1, 2, 3.
We are Fitset! Okay, let's go, we're jogging.
It's incredible to like care that much about that many people, right? And I'm horrible with names, horrible. I didn't think I'd remember 100 people's names, whether it's reaching one monkey bar, touching a monkey bar, touching the warp ball, doing a 12-foot lache. Everything in here is amazing. And you see them do it and the smile on their face just melts you.
It definitely gave me like a kind of filling that gap in sense of like community that I had in Toronto with like the parkour scene there. But yeah, everyone tries hard. It's awesome to see them at competitions, whether it's in person or seeing like videos or replays. Yeah, everyone's like pushing themselves, trying to get better.
One big goal that the team had was training for nationals.
I ended up it was my first year of Ninja, never done anything like it before, and I had a really good year. I ended up being tied for first place for my age category for all of Canada.
The end goal was the finals, the Canadian national finals in Vancouver. And we trained all year, we did good. A lot of us got first, second, third in these competitions.
We were all working really hard, putting in lots of effort.
We had over 60, I think almost 70 athletes qualified from our gym to go compete out there.
So we went to Winnipeg, myself and a few other athletes, to compete in competition down there. Actually, we got there on Friday. The competition was canceled Saturday. I came back Sunday. I didn't have a job Monday.
It didn't really hit me till Ben came and took me aside. He's like, Tim, I think we need to set a meeting to talk about this COVID-19 thing. I think it's something that's going to be a lot bigger than we really imagined. And from the time we met to 2 weeks later, things were really bad. Everything was shutting down, and we decided to close one day before the government actually ordered all businesses, non-essential businesses, to close.
Yeah, so when the gym closed, I was pretty upset, actually, like very upset, mainly like worried that it might not reopen.
I think just yeah, when the gym shut down,
oh, it was tough. So it's my stress release too. And then all my friends are here. So it was like ripping the rug right out from underneath me.
I'm here, like I said, 5 or 6 times a week. This is where I train. This is where I release any anxiety that I have. I can sort of leave everything by the side and just focus on working on a new obstacle or supporting other people or just training.
I didn't know if I was ever going to get back to this again. It was, I lived and breathed it, like literally. And I wasn't even bored. I just didn't want to do anything.
And my anxiety really built up, unfortunately, where I was just stuck in a rut for a while. And the best thing that came out of this, though, is that community, that sense of community.
I knew that my role in this whole thing was to be the guy that was optimistic and ensured that everyone looked at it from the same lens, that, hey, this is stuff that's completely out of our control, and all we can control is how we react to it. So right from the start, our internal mantra with this whole shutdown is like, we need to find the opportunity that's going to come out of this adversity.
We started with the at-home ninja kits.
Live online training.
We were having online classes.
Definitely forced me to be creative, again, working with everyone's different spaces they had and the kind of equipment they had to deal with.
Seeing the athletes come back after the 3 months and really not miss a beat was really cool. And that's because they were training with us over Zoom.
Then we decided that we were going to expand the gym, and we came up with a plan. So we started going to work.
Kody put up with me for those 3 months really well. I'm not a handy person at all.
We spoke to each other every single day. We texted.
I was lucky. The people from here still messaged every day to check in. And once I heard they were doing renovations and I started seeing what the guys were doing here, what the graffiti on the wall, and it just, once I started seeing that, it was like a ray of hope.
There was a period there for a week or two that I wasn't sure what the future would hold. Once I got back in here and me and Dylan started renovating, it made me think that the future was going to be bright. Every day was more and more positive for me. One day before we were about to open is actually the day we finished.
I remember the night before, it was that Sunday evening, everything was done, everything was organized, and it was like the biggest breath of like, oh.
We opened those doors and people started coming in, and that was like one of the best feelings I've ever had.
I actually had a really bad day, and 5 minutes in the gym, it was like zen. Ninja's a real mental commitment. It's one thing for someone to spot me on a rack lifting something. It's another for me to take literally sometimes a leap of faith. You really have to be close to these people, and you have to trust that they're literally going to catch you when you fall. And they do every time, but they also make me not afraid to fall.
Yeah, so the first time I met Dylan Look was at the big Fitset Ninja competition that we had. He came in, I started chatting to him. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna do well. I've been rock climbing for the last 2 days. My arms are so trashed. And I knew right away, I was like, he's making excuses. It was an entertaining run, to say the least. It was really really funny to watch. And ever since then, we've been really good friends. We got to spend 3 months together here, pretty much just me and him in the gym every day, renovating, destroying things, cracking jokes. It was pretty good times.
Dude, I just seen a coyote. Yeah. Do we go?
Yeah. And we're going to do 3-hour session. We do breakfast for your night. And invited all the ninjas and Happy birthday.
Love you.
Absolutely amazing what they can do. They've built like all the obstacles, they've done the lighting, they've painted the floors, they coach all the team members. It just blows my mind away. And Tim is an amazing, he's not just the owner of the gym, he's an amazing person. He has put his heart and his soul into this, and people see that, and people want him to succeed for so many reasons. But whatever he puts into the gym, I think that's why people are so committed to this gym too, is because we see what he's done, what he wants to do, and just how he is as a human being. And that encourages us and wants us to support him back. It really goes both ways. Like, I don't think I've ever met anybody like him. Like, when he talks about the gym, you can tell he's so proud of it.
We've definitely become noticed around Canada, and we want to go even further. We want to be on top.
Like, this was like pretty close to when I first moved to Edmonton, so I didn't really know anyone at all. So showing up to the gym, I didn't know what to expect. It was a lot larger space than I expected. Some of the obstacles and stuff I'd never actually done personally, and I ended up coming second. I ended up messing up on a very small, tiny thing and lost to Kody, just by 1 point there. Yeah.
Good day. Are you taking pictures of this? Are you taking pictures?
I really love reminding people to go and watch that video on the Fitset Facebook page of that first competition where I did very poorly, because I'm in that video. I'm in the last shot of the video, and I have a really funny line in there that everybody repeats to me all the time. I promise I'm really strong, I promise.